Hey guys, second video here on how to take off your cloth face mask based on whatever you might be doing for the day. So if you are wearing your mask, you're at the store, what have you, no one is within 6 feet of you, you're at work, you're taking a break, you need a drink, what have you, you are in your own vehicle. I usually put mine on before I leave the house, but then when I'm in the car, I will do this. With the tie-on type, you don't need to take the whole mask off. It will make your life much easier if you don't. So you have it on with the way that we did it earlier. Don't untie your top knot, just grab this and pull it forward over your head like so. That's all you have to do. You take a break, take a few deep breaths. If you're thirsty, you need a drink, very easy to do, totally not a problem. If you have something with a straw, just Sprite. If you don't have a straw or something like that, if you're drinking from a glass, it's a little bit more tricky, but let's say you have a bottle, you can still take a drink, you can go this way. The thing you don't want to do is touch something to the inside of your mask for two reasons. One, if you've bought this at the corner store or something, this is dirty. Nothing ever gets to touch the inside of your mask that is dirty, ever. Frankly, nothing gets to touch it at all in a perfect world. But there's two reasons for that. One, you don't want to put whatever's on the outside of the bottle on the inside of your mask where you're going to immediately breathe it in when you put it on. And two, the whole point of your mask is to protect others from your germs. And so you don't want to put it on the bottle and then put the bottle on the table, etc., etc. So nothing gets to touch the inside of your mask. If you feel like you're not able to take a drink or do whatever you need to do while wearing your mask this way, you can do one of two things. You can take the strings and you can just pull it to the side a little bit. Again, it's not touching anything and it's not being put anywhere, so it's still totally safe for everybody. You can take your drink, you can do what you need to do. It is okay to eat with your mask on. Anything that is going in your mouth, if it does get on the inside of your mask, it's already going in your mouth. It's nothing new. So while you don't really want to get food and stuff on there because that's kind of gross and would be annoying through the day, it's not a huge deal in terms of contamination. So move it over to the side a little bit, do what you need to do, or if you need to take it off, that is okay. Again, we have washed our hands and or we are just touching our strings, but you can reach up in the back here and you can untie this. Sometimes it's a little more difficult than that, but this one went well. So once you have this untied, again, you are just touching your ties, nothing that's been near your nose and mouth because you don't want to be touching that and putting it everywhere. Take your ties and you can set this down on something that is clean. Either a surface that has just been disinfected, you can lay down a layer of paper towels, you can put a freshly laundered towel, whatever. You want to set this with the outside down, so that will keep it from getting dirty. Now remember, masks don't filter anything out. These types of masks don't filter anything out, so anything that gets on it you will breathe in, so you want to try to keep it as clean as possible. But that's also just for, sanitation's sake. You don't want to breathe in dirt and whatnot, not just viruses. But also remember, anywhere you put it is now contaminated with you. So if you lay down paper towels or whatever, after you pick your mask up, you want to throw those away. So you can set it wherever. You can also hang it on something. If you have a way to hang it where it will not be in contact with anything, that is the perfect thing to do. But again, remember, anything that it touches, you only want to touch the outside if possible. When it's time to put your mask back on, you have finished your lunch, whatever, if it's still tied like this, which hopefully it will be, sometimes it comes undone, you have to just do it at the beginning again. But if it's still tied, remember it's still tied just for you. So just put it on your face and slide it over. It will put your hair back where it goes to, which is nice. And then retie your bottom just like we tied it before. And there you have it, and you are good to go. So at the end of the day, you take it off in the same way. Ideally, guys, you really need to wash these every day. I understand sometimes that's not possible. I understand we're all having to reuse things and wear them multiple days. If you have more than one, don't wear it for more than a day. Change it out. If you don't, launder it every day if you can. If you can't, let it air dry really well, or a hair dryer. There's a little bit of heat there. It's drying. It's going to help get anything that's in there out that's moisture trapped. You don't want to breathe in mold or bacteria any more than you do viruses, obviously. And also for the sake of your skin, you want to keep this clean to help prevent infection. So that is how you work that with your tie-on masks. Again, earlier I mentioned sometimes you get in trouble. Yeah, this one's decided to try to be a knot, so I'm going to pull it over my head because we are done with it. I could have fussed with it a little while and gotten it to come undone, but for the sake of the video, I just wanted it off because I wanted to quickly go over the elastic type masks. If you are doing your elastic type masks, remember we put them on, and you can kind of use your face to spread them out. I didn't go over that earlier. And then bend your bendy bit. Again, we've all freshly washed our hands. When you have the elastics, basically what you do for a short break is just unhook one side and let it hang off your ear. This is actually a little bit easier. You can't go like to a rave or anything, it's gonna fall off, not that you'd be doing that anyway, but you can eat, you can do whatever, and then you just put it back onto that other ear. Or same thing, we touch only the ties, we set it somewhere clean, and then when we put it back on, we clean the area we set it because we just germified it. So hopefully that makes sense and that helps you guys out a little bit. And yeah, stay as safe as you can, stay 6 feet away from everybody, and see you on the other side. Bye.